All right, yo, we are live. We are live. Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? This your Captain Charles' Anime World, leader of Squad Double Zero, founder of Squad Double Zero Universe. How you guys doing? And today, guys, I'll bring you something special that's never been done on my channel before. Man, we got an all wrestling stream going on here. We got some people that just simply adore wrestling, simply love it. And I'm gonna let you introduce themselves to you now. Of course, we got a couple of members that's gonna maybe come in later on, but for right now, all the way in the UK, bro, introduce yourself.
Yo, Speak 123, member of Squad Double Zero, and a massive WWE fan. And I'm probably going to rant a bit about today's era when I'm looking back. So brace yourselves.
Bro, and then we got the man that knows some WWE stars, man. Introduce yourself, bro.
Oh yeah, you know me. I'm the Viper, Randy Orton. No, I'm joking. No, yo, Moose. Yeah, thanks Charles again for inviting me in. I'm a kind of a fan of WWE. You could say, I've been a fan for since like '02. So yeah.
All right. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you guys about before we just all go in, because I know we're going to go in, but we got to talk about CM Punk. We have to talk about CM Punk. Of course, he had an interview. I mean, he went in on WWE. I mean, he went in. So I really want to know, like, what do you guys take from that? Of course, it didn't sound to me that he was spiteful, but he was just telling his story. You know what I'm saying? And I know all of us have seen that interview. It was like an hour, 30 minutes long, an hour, 38 minutes long. Moose, I know you have a lot to say about this, man. So tell me about it, bro. Like,
Yo, all right. First things first. I think he is a little prima donna at some things, but there's some cases. Of course, like the doctor case was probably the biggest of them all. There's no doubt it was a staph infection. I mean, it does happen a lot in college sports because when I was competing at one point, people will be like, okay, yeah, you could do it for your team, and they just brush it aside usually. Like that's just how business are because they want to keep, they want to be the top, so that's what they're going to do. But something as serious as a staph infection, I know you're in entertainment and all, but you still have other guys on the roster who could come up from CM Punk for like a week or two. And I just feel bad for CM Punk in a way, but some things, yeah. And I do feel bad for him always losing the guy to just disappear the next week. That's the worst part, man. I hate these, and I want to rant about it later, but I hate these guys like Brock Lesnar who come for 2 weeks and just get all this exposure and then just leave. I don't like that. That's me.
Speak.
Bro, like, I mean, Moose, did you think it was because CM was too much of a loose cannon in terms of, like, in creativity-wise, you can understand that when, in this kind of era that they got now, like, you heard CM mention in quite a few interviews where he would turn up and immediately, even though he was the hot guy at the time, the first thing that they would say is, what are we planning for Cena? Obviously, that would irk a superstar like himself. Do you feel like that was a sort of intentional disrespect because of the situation that he put himself in?
Yeah, because I also think that any athlete or any person in general, if he put himself in a lot of situations too. He put him on. I think he put himself in a lot of situations that he should never put himself into. I mean, it's the company sometimes too, but at times it's CM Punk more than anything. I mean, I really do think he's a loose cannon, and I do think. I mean, I know he's going to UFC now. I do think he's going to get demolished in terms of.
Whoa. But
I
hold
mean,
on.
bro, UFC's got some real fighters in there, man. Like, it's no disrespect to CM Punk's craft, but you have to respect like the guys that are in there.
You see his contract? They're gonna let him fight bums at first just to bring in money, and then once he gets better, they're gonna make him fight somebody good. And when he fights somebody good, I guarantee he's gonna get wrecked.
Wait, hold on. But okay, before we get into the UFC thing, because that's a whole nother topic. But what about the whole thing with him at WrestleMania? CM Punk getting paid less than anybody at WrestleMania. Well, arguably, the match that he had with The Undertaker at WrestleMania was the best match on the card. Let's be honest. Not to take anything away from John Cena Rock, but let's be honest here. Undertaker CM Punk was the best match of the night, and he got paid compared to the other ones like little to nothing. Like, do you think that that's right, or do you think that that's fair?
I mean, okay, I don't think it's right, but did he get paid nothing like compared to like Cena Rock and Undertaker.
Yeah, compared to them, and he arguably had the best match. Everybody knows that was the best match of the night, and Triple H like, oh, but you're in the main event. Like CM Punk said, the main event is the last match. Okay,
Oh,
you
it
can
is.
book it as like, we got 3 main events, but still, when it's all said and done, he didn't get paid nearly anything compared to like Undertaker, Rock, Cena. Is
Yeah.
that right?
No, I wish they would have a thing like I mean, you could kind of do like the UFC, but like do like a fight match of the night bonus or something. That would be pretty cool if they did that. Start doing that. Like if a group of guys, like if 2 guys, I don't know, the Miz and Damian Mizdow, and and they had match of the night, they should get like an extra bonus. Something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Like I think that'd help out like people like performers like CM Punk and stuff, and that would show who's like. Who's the best match, and also if like the fans voted who was the best match that night, that would show a lot more for like, and I think that would boost up the people to start competing more, like start performing better.
I mean, in terms of like, would that enable him to get the more money? I don't think that would have. I mean, look at the situation with Daniel Bryan and how his push to the top basically came about. It was sort of like forced upon them by the fans. Where Daniel Bryan wasn't getting the push that, like for me at the time, I didn't want to see him get pushed. But then it was one of the things where you just got swept up in the momentum, where they couldn't ignore it any longer, and they had to do it. Otherwise, risk angering pretty much a majority of the fans that was really paying this guy. So in terms of CM Punk, I can see where he's coming from in terms of if I'm doing something that everybody's enjoying and they want to see more of me, like why am I not getting the respect that I deserve?
I mean, but there's a lot. I think there's a lot of WWE superstars who are not getting a push, who should get a push in terms of athleticism and performance. But the WWE are not pushing. I mean, there's 5 guys I could think of right now who are undercard guys right now who should be middle card, the almost main event, co-main event guys. I mean, the WWE. I feel like they're playing favorites a lot. I really do. So.
Oh yeah, and Triple H is the ringleader of playing favorites. Let's be honest here.
Here's the thing: as much as I love John Cena's pretty much past his time. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The problem is in this PG era, he's like literally the poster boy, and it makes so much sense. And you can see where they're coming from because, like I said, for me, it's hard for me to look back on the Attitude Era and post Attitude Era, like between 2005 and. For me, up until like 2009, almost 2010, because the change was so drastic in terms of what we were able to see in terms of the content. It became less gritty, so to speak, for WWE standards, and then it switched to so, I hate to use the word, but very childish because the market that they were trying to expand to became a lot wider. So somebody like John Cena was perfect for the youth to capitalize on exactly what was going on with the big hip hop change and everybody accepting this and John Cena being perfect to market that across, and then removing, because when he first came out, it was quite a fresh idea, and this guy was pretty raw in his little raps and whatnot, and some of the stuff that he'd say, I was like, wow, they're really pushing it with this character. But then now it's so watered down. It's like, oh man, like you really killing us with him. Like some of the great superstars, be it injuries or they wanted to take a break. Like I think Cena should have done that for at least a couple of years and then come back. And I think the impact would have been a lot better.
Yep.
But it's like it's got to the point where I think everyone's just got tired. Like we should take this guy away for a while.
And that's the one I wanted to get to. Let me say one thing real quick, Moose. And that's the one thing I wanted to get to because arguably NXT, these guys aren't even on Raw, SmackDown. NXT arguably had the best pay-per-view of the year. I mean, NXT's pay-per-view was just simply incredible. You had Neville versus El Generico. I mean, what's he going by? Sami Zayn. Yeah, you had him versus Sami Zayn. Phenomenal match. You had the Kevin Steen, the Antichrist of wrestling, join NXT. I mean, come on. When you have when your nickname is the Antichrist of wrestling, Kevin Steen. And he joins NXT, and he makes such a big, impression of it. And then what I love so much is that back in Ring of Honor, and I showed this to both of you guys, Kevin Steen told El Generico, a.k.a. Sami Zayn, that we were destined to do this forever. No matter what happens, we're destined to fight forever. So I'm glad to see that WWE is actually focusing on their history and not trying to act like they didn't know each other before coming to WWE. Like, they have a history. Everybody knows who Sami Zayn and Kevin Steen were. I mean, Kevin Owens, were. They were Kevin Steen, El Generico. I just want to know from you guys, do you guys feel that WWE is going the right way? Well, NXT, whether, with Kevin Steen and El Generico, or,
Yeah.
how do y'all feel that?
Too, yeah, but I think a lot of the guys who have so much talent in NXT, they're just destroying right now once they bring them to the main roster. There's only one main roster guy from like this last year or year and a half of NXT people who are doing anything, and that's Alexander Rusev. Everybody else who's been brought up is an undercard or just some guy fights some dark matches. Like, they're like Bo Dallas. There's a perfect example. I know he's injured now, but there's a perfect example. And then Adam Rose. I hate Adam Rose, but
You don't like the Rosebuds?
I can't stand that guy.
Oh, I can't say too much on WWE, assuming.
He is extremely camp, man. Like, because I remember when Goldust first came out, and people were like, because we were in school, and everyone was like, Goldust, who's this guy? And I really like Goldust because he was funny, and there's like a fine line between being funny and then just like, yo, this is not even cool, man.
R1. Yo, I like how Goldust is a good gimmick because he's been around forever. But like, one thing about John Cena, bro, if John Cena never had JBL on the Edge, he would never be where he's at right now.
Oh my God, I remember that match that he had with JBL when John Cena's face was literally just his face was blood. Like, I remember that match he had. I think it was at an I Quit match. I think that's what it was, or something like that. But he had like his.
It was at Judgment Day. It was at Judgment Day.
Yes. And his face was just, oh my God, that match right there. John Cena's face was just blood. Like, it was such a gruesome match. Like, I mean, I missed that John Cena. That was one hell of a match, though. I mean, it really was.
And here's what
it's because wrestling was still still in that zone. I mean, now it's like, I don't know whether it's the creativity or they're restricting themselves from what they're able to do.
You know what I miss, Speak? And
Yeah.
I think you're going to agree with me, and Charles, too. I miss them having just a SmackDown roster and just a Raw roster.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
I miss because now when they can combine the roster, a lot of the guys don't get as much shine as they did when they had a SmackDown and a Raw roster. Because and they had a little more grittier matches. People were performing so much better. They split up the titles, so people had more like there's more mid-card matches. I love
But see, there was only one problem with that, though, because with SmackDown and Raw, it easily became the A team and the B team, and SmackDown easily became the B team. When you compare the talent that was on Raw to the talent that was on SmackDown, let's be honest, the only person that they had A caliber level, like star class level on SmackDown was the Undertaker at the time. I remember, but remember, I forgot when it happened, but there was a problem at WWE where all around SmackDown, they went to like New Zealand or something, and SmackDown was able to get out, and Raw was stuck in New Zealand because it was like a volcano or something, and SmackDown had to run Raw, and they had to call in favors from everybody. They had to fly the Undertaker in because he wasn't even scheduled to match because Undertaker only wrestles one time out of the year, and we're gonna get the Undertaker too later on in this hangout too. But he only wrestles one time a year, so they had to fly Undertaker down just to get some type of marquee for their main event because they had all their main talent still stuck in New Zealand and they couldn't get out. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only problem that I had with that. If they had a better like establishment, like they had a couple of A-level players on SmackDown and on Raw, like if John Cena went to SmackDown. Like, let's just say, it'll never happen. If it was back then and John Cena was just smack dab right there in SmackDown, but he was still John Cena, the champ, then I would like that. But you just had the A team and the B team, and that's what I really didn't like about it.
It was really good, I think, in 2006 when they had on one side you had like Edge, Cena, you had a few other guys on Raw, and then on SmackDown you had Batista, Rey Mysterio, Edge. That was very good how they split up at that point for like that year. I think SmackDown and Raw were both pretty good, but then when they did the draft and they brought Rey Mysterio and they brought Edge over, and I was like, oh, you're bringing everybody over from freaking SmackDown to the Raw. If they did a draft now and you kept Cena and Raw and Rollins, I think you would throw Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt in SmackDown because they're the two big stars. and then you throw maybe Roman Reigns on SmackDown and keep
Yeah.
doing. And then if you split up like that, maybe yeah, because Roman Reigns is going to be a superstar. I mean,
Of
Yeah,
course.
massive. Like I'm surprised that his push hasn't come yet, and I don't know whether it's because I was arguing with my friend, and he said that he doesn't feel that Roman Reigns has got that necessary star quality to just. There's some people that don't have the mic skills. Like I've never felt Triple H has ever had mic skills, but at the same
No.
time, I couldn't. I felt that no, because I felt that he was lucky enough to be in an era where everybody he was up against had awesome characterization and fantastic mic skills. Like every single one, even people like Kurt Angle, who I thought was just remarkable when they came on the scene out of
Hmm.
nowhere and just dominated. And I felt Triple H was able to piggyback off that for a long time, and he eventually became good. And I think somebody like Roman Reigns, I think he's got it, but he needs to be set up in that kind of like in that kind of environment. Like for example, I'm using Triple H as an example, so he can improve and I don't know, just get that push. But at the same time, you look at it now and you're like, is that ever gonna come? Or is he just gonna forever play the back?
Roman Reigns needs to become a Paul Heyman guy.
you think so?
Yes, if Roman Reigns, because let's be honest, Roman Reigns cannot talk on the mic. I mean, he's intimidating, and yes, the women love him, and that's going to get him so far. He's very athletic, but he can't talk on the mic. He can't do it. Now Seth Rollins, okay, he can talk on the mic, but when it just comes to overall talent and ability, he needs a crutch. That's why he has what's they called, J&J Security or something like that. Like he needs a crutch. He needs that money in the bank briefcase. He needs all of that because when you just look at Seth Rollins as an overall everything, he just doesn't measure up to like a Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is incredible. I mean, this is just me talking. I don't know how y'all feel, but Dean Ambrose is incredible. He has the mic skills. You believe him when they say he's the lunatic fringe. You can believe this because this dude is crazy. The way he wrestles is just like everywhere. I love seeing him wrestle. He puts 110% effort to what he does. Not to say that Seth Rollins doesn't, because he does, but when you compare Dean Ambrose, Reigns, Rollins, I mean, like, it's obvious
If you want to laugh, the WWE did a list of the best talkers on the mic, and Cena was quite high up there, and Dean Ambrose was not even on the list. And I'm saying the top 50, like
Really?
ever. Yeah,
Really? Dean Ambrose wasn't even on the list?
yeah, which is pretty
See,
surprising.
that's was this a WWE magazine?
Yeah, this is official
Oh,
WWE.
see, there we go. If this was like a WrestleZone or something like that, then I'd be like, what? But this is a WWE. Of course they're gonna push Boy Wonder. You know, of course they're gonna do that. You know.
See, here's the thing about Dean Ambrose, man. Dean Ambrose is amazing. I'm really happy they put him as Bray Wyatt because I think that solidifies because they're both very good mic talkers, and I think they're pretty. I mean, Dean Ambrose has better wrestling skills than Bray Wyatt, but I feel like they're really good together as right now as a feud. I think I like it. I love their feud right now.
Man, no, keep going. My bad.
I'll tell you right now, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are going to be gone soon. They boo-boo by themselves.
You think so?
I don't like Eric Rowan at all. I don't think he's that good. I mean, the Big Show's a decent little feud. I think Luke Harper's not bad, but he doesn't talk, and when Luke Harper talks, it's so weird.
Yeah. I was like, watch out, bro. I mean,
He's pretty good wrestling skills, though. That ladder match against Ziggler was really good.
oh yeah. No, he's a great wrestler. I used to watch him in Ring of Honor. He was great in Ring of Honor. Like, he really was. A lot of these dudes that a lot of these wrestlers don't know, like the fans of WWE, that a lot of them came from Ring of Honor. That's where a lot of them came from, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them have come from there, but a lot of people just don't know. Same thing with TNA right now. And yeah, we got to talk about TNA. This is the roll up pin. You know, we got to go 1, 2, 3. You know, barely kicking out. You know, we got to talk TNA. Do you guys think that? How long does TNA have? Do you think that it's going to end? Do you think it's going to keep going? Like, how long?
I haven't watched TNA in 2 years.
Wow.
So I actually saw them at a house show when I met Kurt Angle. So
Man, again, they lost their contract with Spike Television. They have a new contract with Discover One or something like that nature. I don't know exactly what the name is. It's some off the wall network. I just Googled it and know that I have the channel. But yeah, they lost their contract with Spike. but they're still there. Like, do you believe? Let's say it like this then. Do you believe that the wrestling organization needs TNA? Do you believe that the guys need another place to go besides WWE?
Bro,
Yes.
I think so. It's a must because I think that's one of the reasons why WWE has become so slack because there's no competition whatsoever, man. Like Vince done such a great job in just literally taking over and capitalizing on everything and everyone around him. That it's when you've got nobody to fight, you become sloppy. And I think that's what's happened now because and it doesn't to me it doesn't give the wrestlers any like we say that in sports like player power. Like if I know I'm carrying the team and I feel like you guys are not putting effort and you're not supporting me by helping the guys around me, I'm gonna want to leave. But it's like in this day and age, where you gonna run to? Like when Bret Hart was the man at WWE, and the whole situation in Montreal happened, he wanted to leave, and he had a good option to go where he was gonna get more money. I mean, could you say that about Cena now? If Cena was to say that,
Nope.
No.
you know what I mean? So it's like there's no power for the for the wrestlers anymore.
They used to have it when they had WCW because I was watching the WCW versus WWE thing on the network and they were saying like a lot of the guys like Lex Luger were like a lot of old school guys were like, if I want when he switched over he's like I got more money over there and then he said Vince McMahon because he was so scared at the time he was offering guys with huge contracts even no namers or people like Triple H were coming up. He said, hey Triple H, when your contract's coming up, I know you're young. But I can help you out. I can give you money. And Triple H like doubled his freaking contract.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Most exactly. I believe though, even though people talk about it, people may not be that interested in it. You need TNA.
You need it. It's a must. Like, and the point we were making earlier on about certain people not getting the push. Like, say for example, someone like Roman Reigns. You can see a lot of these shoots. Like Jim Cornette and all these people who were backstage around the time, and they said like let's say for example Triple H, like he disliked a lot of people before he was as influential as he is now, and somebody like The Rock at the time when he first broke through, Triple H was switching up his character. He was rolling with China, Generation X and whatnot, and he did not want The Rock to get the push that he got, but because of the fact that The Rock, even though he came out as a heel, people loved the guy, and it was impossible to keep him down. He had to get that push. Could you imagine that in this day and age? If, like, well, we saw it with CM Punk, like he literally got forced out. So you need that kind of option because I don't think Vince McMahon was comfortable with ever losing another wrestler like he did with Bret Hart to a rival corporation. Even though at the time I think WWF or WWE now they were taking over. And he couldn't afford to lose another potential superstar like The Rock, who every single person was talking about at the time.
He couldn't. Could you imagine if The Rock would have went to WCW and joined the NWO?
It would have been a wrap, dude. WWE wouldn't have been here.
I mean, like, could you imagine if The Rock joined? The Rock has just joined NWO.
You know what the hugest thing is, bro? And I was watching the history of it, bro. When Lex Luger was like the big star of WWF at the time, he left. Hogan was already over there, and a couple years later, Kevin Nash and Ramon left.
Scott Hall.
They left, bro.
I know Scott Hall hurt because Vince, he loves the big guys. Like, I don't know what it is. He loves the wrestler that looks like they're a bodybuilder, pretty much.
Yes.
I quote you, Eric, because Eric Bischoff was on there talking. He was like, when that happened. And then they brought over the WWE, and one of the guys, I forget who was it, Patrick Patterson. He was talking. He was like,
Patterson.
He said we had to push somebody. He said Vince McMahon grabbed Steve Austin and said, "Hey, we're switching you up. You're not a heel anymore. You're gonna be some badass." And Steve Austin's like, "Let me do what I gotta do. Then let me have full control." He gave him full control, and you got Stone Cold.
Oh my God, I remember that.
You don't
King
get that
of the
anymore.
Ring.
My goodness.
King of the Ring.
You know what? Fair play to Vince McMahon because they took that situation with Bret Hart. Because after finding out at the time, I was really pissed because I'm a huge Bret Hart fan, and I was like, man, the WWE did him so wrong. But then you look at the situation and all the people who knew the inside and out backstage, and they were like, at the time, Shawn Michaels was pretty much an asshole, and Bret Hart was champion. And even though like Bret Hart, it was confirmed that he was leaving the business, he wanted to leave as champion. And obviously, that's like a big FU to WWF.
Exactly.
Like, how's the champion going to leave and he leaves as champion?
Yes.
And he's going to join. So, that, WCW going to say, look, we took their champion. We got their star guy. So, all in all, whatever happened, happened, and everybody turned on Vince. Vince was so smart to say, you know what? Nobody likes me. If I manage to put myself into the storyline, whoever comes up against me it's going to become amazing. And
Yes.
for them to do the whole Vince McMahon and the corporation and no chance in hell, Stone Cold is just a stroke of genius.
But,
Because they
bro,
took such a bad situation and it
And
became amazing.
yes.
the Big Show rose too from that too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, everything, the corporation, big boss man. The
Oh,
shit.
every week it was like a recruitment process. Like Stone Cold's about to win, and then Ken Shamrock jumps in, and you're like, "What? Ken Shamrock's joining the corporation now?
The
Kane joining the
corporation.
corporation?"
Yes, bro. And you know, I see that again now, but it's the authority. Well, it was. You know, it was the authority. You had Corporate Kane. You had Seth Rollins, Randy Orton. You know, I was like, okay, I kind of like the way that they're doing this. Like, it's the reemergence of the corporation, but it's the authority. I get what they're doing, but it's just something about the authority. And God damn it, I'll say this much. Shane O'Mac had some of the greatest matches I've seen.
Oh,
Shane O'Mac, listen, Shane McMahon had some of the most entertaining matches I've ever seen because it was like there's no way Shane was gonna win. It's somehow or another Shane will always win, but the way that he win, he would put his body on the line. I'll never forget when he jumped off the top of the basically of the arena onto like test or something. I was freaking out as a fan. I was like 13, 14 years old at the time. I was like, Shane, what? Shane! Like, I was freaking out. Like, here comes the money. Here we go, money talk. Like,
well,
come on.
I didn't know. Did you know Test died?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read about that. I didn't know that for the longest though. By the time I found out, it was a long time afterwards.
Yeah, me too.
That too, bro. And you had so many guys like Val Venus who came up for a little bit.
Hello,
Val
ladies.
Venus, bro.
Bro,
You know what?
bro.
I didn't appreciate how funny the character was until many years afterwards. Like I was just sitting there watching, I was like, yo, this dude's really funny. Like I can't believe I never
No.
noticed that before.
Yo, Speak. I don't know if Moose remembers, but Speak. Remember when Val Venus was feuding with Kai and Tai, that Asian dudes, and like Val Venus wanted like that dude's wife or something, and he was like, "Me choppy choppy off pee or something like that," and like they had like they had like a samurai sword, and it was.
Oh man, who was the Japanese wrestler who used to spit the red?
Tajiri.
Tajiri. Oh man, you know what?
Tajiri.
Tajiri was funny because he hardly ever got anything, any kind of exposure. And then I don't know what it was. I think was it a pay-per-view, or was he part of a hardcore match? I think it was when Crash Holly was the champion.
Oh,
And I don't know if he yeah, when Crash had them crazy rules like 24 hours, his title was on the line. I thought that was really funny because they'd have those little sketches where he's at the theme park with his family, and then suddenly a referee and a wrestler just runs in and starts fighting.
Bro, the
But
women
yeah,
was trying to get him
Tajiri
too.
was awesome. Tajiri was really cool, man. I mean, like I said, now I don't feel like I see that from WWE because back then, even if they weren't getting as much of a push, you felt like you knew all these people and they had something to offer on the plate. Now it's like you got a lot of generic people and only a few standing out.
Yep, it's the same, dude. Because WWE, I think now has a lot more talent than they did back then.
Oh yeah, especially at NXT. Like their NXT has so much talent. There's so much talent down there at NXT. But what I'm worried about is that once WWE Creative gets a hold of them and tries to mold them into their image, that they're gonna lose something of themselves. Like the Ascension. The Ascension is now going to SmackDown. I don't know if you guys saw the little promo they did, but I'm like, what is this? They had like body paint on now, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? You know, like this isn't the Ascension that I used to watch on NXT, and I'm worried because I know that Prince Devitt. I forgot what he goes by now, but I just know him from his Ring of Honor days. He was Prince Devitt, the dude that was in NXT, and he had that beautiful body paint. You remember you know what I'm talking about, Moose? When he came into at the last pay-per-view, he was like Spawn or something.
That was Prince Devitt, famed Balor.
Yeah, Fame Balor, yes, but his name was Prince Devitt. Like you need to go back and look at Prince. You need to go back and look at Prince Devitt's like his intros. Like he has some of the most impressive body paint I've ever seen. Like it puts Sting to shame. It really does. Like
That's what people meant because a lot of people were putting like, you know, Prince Devitt is in NXT now. I'm like, what do you mean? Who is Prince Devitt?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Prince Devitt. You gotta, if you whoever's watching this, Google like YouTube Prince Devitt intros and just go look at his phenomenal intros. He's come in as Carnage from Spider-Man. He's come in as the Punisher. He's come in as Bane from the Batman movie, the newest one. I mean, he's had some incredible, incredible intros. You know what I'm saying?
That was a great intro he did at NXT, that pay-per-view NXT.
Yes, bro. I mean, like it's just something remarkable. I don't want to hold everybody up too long because I know we've been going in. But so basically, I want to call this like shoot, like you know how wrestlers shoot on each other, you know, talk crap about each other. But this is the part of it where I want y'all just to get whatever is on your mind off about wrestling in general, what you feel about it, and then maybe next time, you know, we'll do the same thing again. So I want to start with Moose first, like. You know, shoot, Moose, on whoever you want to do it on, man.
Oh, what I hate, bro, is A New Day, bro. Yo, that is the most racist, wackest ever, bro. Xavier Woods, Big E, bro, and Kofi Kingston acted as a church group, bro. Yo, that's the most racist joke I've ever seen, bro. It had 3 black, like, I thought it was funny at first, bro, but this is so, and, dude, I hate it. They're messing up Kofi Kingston. He might not have the best mic skills, but he's by far being a part of A New Day. Like, WWE, come on, bro. Kofi Kingston, give him more of a push, bro. Like, Big E's pretty good, too. Xavier Woods is a bomb. They should put R-Truth in there if you want a hype black guy, so.
A hype black guy. Watch out. Anything else, Moose? Go for it, bro. You got this is the floor, man. Anything else?
What else? So, like, is like a shoot
anything.
Like,
anything. Shoot. You could and random. You could talk about good things, bad things. I don't care, bro. I just call it shoot.
They're not pushing Cesaro.
Yes.
That is BS because Cesaro's by far should be getting more of a push. I mean, they should have kept that Paul Heyman guy thing going and maybe push him more and maybe let him win the Intercontinental Championship at the time to give him somewhat of a push. But yeah, of course they didn't do that because WWE doesn't know what they're talking about. And I think they should go back to that SmackDown and Raw thing again and maybe give a push more to some people. Also, the Divas division is boo-boo.
Oh!
There's like 3 divas that I even like watching, like 3 or 4, but everybody else I don't like at all. Also, the tag team division I don't like. I do like Damien Mizdow.
Yes, bro.
I'm sorry, bro, but Damien Sandow is my dude, bro. I love Damien Sandow. If they ever get rid of him, I'll probably stop watching them.
How do you give yourself a suplex?
Dude, it's so funny, bro. Like, he's by far the funniest guy, bro. Him and The Miz. Also, I don't see The Miz coming up anymore again. I love The Miz. And so, I mean, it's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, also, they need to stop bringing back Brock Lesnar, bro. I much love Brock Lesnar. Make him lose the title, never bring him back. Don't bring him back or bring anybody who comes back once a year, because I think it's really killing a lot of storylines they could be doing with guys who are, like, there all the time. But stop bringing back Brock Lesnar, bro. You have Brian. He just has many steroids as Brock Lesnar has. So.
Oh, you said a bad word, bro. What? Anyway,
we know what's going on in there, man. Come on.
Watch out.
You see the shooting up, bro, at Whitney's bathrooms and stuff.
Watch out, bro. Okay, all right. Speak. Shoot on whoever you want to do. Good, positive.
Bro, I just gotta reiterate what Moose just said. Stop bringing back wrestlers that only wrestle once a year, bro. Like I cannot. Like, fair enough, we had that whole situation with The Rock and Cena, and then immediately after WrestleMania, they announced a match for the next WrestleMania. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you just wasted 12 years of potential, like 12 months of potential storyline building for a hype moment in the next super main event of the year, and you're already announcing it a year beforehand. Like, that's just, come on, bro. That's so lazy, and it's just a cop out. Like, I really hate that, man. And I don't even know what I'm expecting to see. Like, who's the next wrestler that's coming back? Like, it's a joke, man. They need to get more creative, start pushing more of the young wrestlers. Like we said, today's day and age, like, we've got a lot more talented technical wrestlers that can sell you an entertaining match. Back then, we had a lot more interesting wrestlers that you'd be entertained just from viewing them. So it doesn't make sense that how can you lose one and gain the other? Like, can you not find like a good balance between the two? And if not, I'd prefer going back to before. If I'm at least entertained, I'm entertained rather than bored to sleep by watching just good technical wrestlers. Like, I can go watch official sport wrestling for that and enjoy it. But I don't know, man. That's my biggest grievance with WWE today.
Anything you
I
like
don't.
about it?
Oh hell yeah, man! I want to see more of the Miz. Gotta love the Miz, man. Yeah, he's a bro, and he just made me laugh when you brought up the point about a New Day, bro. That's the really It is a really racist group, man.
That is so racist, bro.
Bro, it's not as bad as I forgot the name, the Nation of Domination. You remember Farouk,
Oh,
D'Lo Brown,
but bro, the Nation was.
The Godfather was a pimp. Come on, bro. Bro, he'd come on. What was his special move? Ride the whole train. Come on, bro.
Yes.
He'd say, "There's the whole train." Oh,
All aboard, choo choo.
the WWE's always been like that, man. But yeah, I mean,
Yo,
what they really need to do is stop being assholes to great talent like CM Punk, bring him back, and if anything, they can play on it like that. Like the way I said before, the way Vince did with the Bret Hart situation, play on it, put it into the storyline. We're not gonna be able to tell if it's done well, and they need to give, in my opinion, a lot more control to Paul Heyman. The guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
I don't understand why they brought back Brock and gave it to him. It's like this guy is much more capable than that. Give him some more stuff.
in the last 2 pay-per-views or 3 pay-per-views, we haven't had a WWE Championship match.
That's true.
It's
And
a
wasn't
guy,
there a
do you know
rule?
what I mean?
Hey, isn't there a rule that the championship has to be defended like every 60 days or is it every 90 days? I know it's I forgot which because I know it's like it has to be defended every 60 or 90 days or something like that. So yeah, Brock has to defend it at the Royal Rumble.
I thought there was a defense since the Night of Champions. That was in September.
Damn. See, I guess they're breaking their own rules now for Brock. But when you think about it, who besides Brock and Cena, like who else? Let's be honest right now. Who else is legitimately, worthy of being WWE champion?
I feel
But then here's the thing, Charles. It's because they haven't built up anybody to do that.
Exactly, but
I mean,
that's my honest. That's what I'm getting at. Speak. If it wasn't Brock Lesnar or Cena, who would it be? Honestly, we can't say Daniel Bryan because he's out to God knows when. Maybe he comes back at the Royal Rumble, which would be epic as hell at number 30. But I'm just saying, who else is there right now that if you didn't put it on Brock Lesnar, because we give Brock Lesnar crap, like, oh my God, this dude only wrestles, yada yada. But if it wasn't Brock Lesnar or Cena, who would it be?
I mean, maybe Roman Reigns because he's back now. Seth Rollins, the Big Show. The Big Show's people figure Big Show's he could be a main offender.
Big Show don't have that draw appeal anymore, that believability. Big Show done flip flop between heel and face too many times for me.
Yeah, he is losing a lot more now. I feel like his career is about to end soon. You hear about Rey Mysterio? How he doesn't want to be part of WWE anymore?
Yeah, but Vince says he's still marketing his mask and stuff like that. But yeah, Vince says, yeah, you can still get I heard about that. But yeah, Ray is pretty much done with it, as he should be.
Oh,
And Christian's done with it as well too. Christian said he's done. Look, hold on, real quick, because I'm gonna end this because it's so much I want to talk about, but I want to split this up into different segments and do this like maybe once every 2 weeks, or maybe once a month. I want to make this a continuous thing because this is a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know for y'all, but I'm enjoying the hell out of this. But it's like Christian was such a bigger star in TNA than he's ever been in WWE. Christian had great, phenomenal matches in I've never said this before, but Christian Cage belonged in TNA more than he ever did in WWE. Even when it was him and Edge, even when it was out him. I mean, it's just that he fit so much better in TNA than he ever did in WWE.
I agree. I totally agree on that part. That's 100%. I love Christian Cage in TNA. That's when I watched it. I was like, this is the Christian I remember. I'm like, damn, I'm like, this Christian's freaking amazing. And it's just, I know he's done. Oh, dude, get rid of Chris Jericho, bro. I'm done seeing him. He goes back 3 weeks and he disappeared. He gets beat by some freaking Bray Wyatt or somebody. And now he wants to do a feud with Daniel Bryan. No, WWE, please, bro. Get rid of Chris Jericho, bro. He's done. His career, he's been done since like 2011. Bro,
break the walls down.
Love
bro, it's a shame because Chris Jericho is for me, like one of the most entertaining wrestlers I've seen. Because on the mic, he's fantastic. When he came out, he was very entertaining in the ring. had some great feuds, great matches, but it's like, why do they do this and ruin their best stars? And it's just, I don't get WWE. I really don't understand anymore.
It's a good beef,
Like,
though.
I tried to, and I just don't get it.
In the Undertaker, I mean, I feel so bad for the Undertaker because it's like he's at the
Hello?
level. Hey, what up, Duel?
Oh, I
Undertaker,
my bad.
Undertaker is at the level now. Like he's still walking with a cane. And Vince asked him. He says, "Taker, you gonna be yeah?" Exclusive news if you don't know. Vince asked Undertaker, "Are you gonna be able to go?" Taker said, "I can't do it." So what the plan is for WrestleMania is to have Sting take on Bray Wyatt. That's why they've given Bray this build up right now. That's why he's starting to get this build up against Dean Ambrose. Everything they're building him up because Royal Rumble's right out around the corner. After Royal Rumble, you got Elimination Chamber. After Elimination Chamber, it's WrestleMania, like always. So
Yeah.
you're gonna see Bray Wyatt get this incredible build up, and basically they're gonna have it play like, "Oh, I'm the father, I'm the savior." Bray Wyatt's old shtick, and then they're gonna have like Sting be like, who are you trying to save? Because I am the darkness. You see what I'm saying? And that's how they're going to lead into WrestleMania with that. So that's kind of, I don't know. How do y'all feel about that? I want to ask Duel since since he just hopped in. Like,
Oh,
how do you feel about that?
yeah, by the way, sorry, I needed a passcode for my Wi-Fi. I didn't mean to take so long. And how I feel about that, it on paper, man, Wyatt and Sting doesn't have much name value as Taker and Sting, but like you said, I think he's still on the cane, so yeah, no pun intended. So so yeah, definitely Wyatt I think would be the next guest, especially since I think this year has been a roller coaster for him as a character and as a wrestler. With
Duel, we can't hear you. We can't hear you,
No,
Duel.
no, I can hear him just fine, bro.
I can't hear him. Can you hear him, Moose?
Yeah, I can hear him too.
Oh, okay. I guess it's me. Oh man, this is crazy. This is a lot. This is live, people. But I just let Duel say what he's gonna say because I can't hear him, and I can't just dip in and out of my own stream. Interesting. I'm just saying that because I can't hear a word he's saying. I'm just playing it out.
Just,
All right. Hey, Duel, do something for me. Come in and out again. Just come in and out to hang out. But anyway, real quick, while Duel, gets his things together, it's one other thing I really want to get across, and because I'm gonna really end this real quick, but I want to hear like Duel's perspective on everything. Divas, we brought them up. Now, NXT got some incredible divas. You got Charlotte, you got Sasha Banks,
am I
you
good?
got yeah, you good now. Yeah, you good now, bro. I just couldn't hear you, bro.
Dang, that sucks, man. I was
Yeah,
getting
but
some. I was so into it, but yeah, go ahead with what you were gonna say now.
no, I was just talking about divas. You got Charlotte and Sasha Banks, at NXT. I feel that
Bro, bro. They're not even divas, man. They're NXT women. I don't
it's
understand. They
they're
become
still,
divas when they go to the main roster. I mean,
bro.
they
Let's
don't
be
call it
honest.
they don't call it the NXT Divas Championship. What do they call it? The NXT Women's Championship. So I would say NXT Women, but
Okay, let's look at whatever, dude. Still, do you think that they're legit? Because actually, after that match that I saw between Charlotte and Sasha Banks, I
yeah.
would love to see one of them take on AJ easily.
Bro, here's the thing with WWE divas. A
They're
good
pooping.
example, a good example of how they treat somebody who's like I hate even using the word diva, bro, because I don't even remember when that kicked in. I remember it was a women's championship. They don't have superstar. Well, they don't have female wrestlers. Only bar one or two, like they did back in the day, bro. Like, what happened to people like Lita?
Trish
Like, bro, like, look at the situation with Karma. What happened to her?
Yeah.
Bro, it's like, it's all fun and games, like, and, all good and well when you got eye candy in the ring, but, bro, like, at the same time, you need a certain level of caliber if you're gonna put them in a good roster for the pay-per-views.
Here's my thing about the Divas. They need to start connecting Divas more with superstars and combining and making stables again, bro. That's what they need to be doing too.
You mean like, yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Like the Hardy Boys on, they had Lita, and you had
Yes.
yeah, and you had quite a few other
Like Stacy Keibler, the Dudley Boys.
yeah. Bro, Stacy Keibler was rocking it with Test for a while.
Oh, here you go.
Trish Stratus.
Here you go, bro. Throw Naomi, bro. It's a new day. That'd be perfect. How they're going.
Watch out, bro.
I'm half expecting them to come out eating fried chicken and collard greens, bro, and then I'm just gonna throw my remote at the TV, bro.
Because they acknowledged on television that Naomi's already with, who is it, Jimmy Uso? So that kind of wouldn't make sense. I mean, I would think they'd be three on one tag teaming her. So it's like, what the fuck? I don't know.
3-on-1 tag team.
Not a tag team. You know what I'm trying to say. Triple threat. Fatal four. I don't know. That would be so weird.
It's a new day, bro. They'll be a perfect group.
That'd be horrible, dog.
That'd be horrible.
But who thought of that, though? It's a new day. Who was it? Vince McMahon? Who thought of this, bro? It's a new day. Like, who thought of this, bro? Like, really?
No, this is what happens. They were at the creative meeting, right? It was like, okay, a lot of people are accusing us for being racist. We need enough black guys, main event. And then they laughed and they was like, they're not going to be in the main event. Okay, well, we need them in the mid-card. So they decided, I got it. We're going to put 3 of them in a group, and they're going to be dancing and smiling.
You get the funny part,
like, bro, and it's like, oh man, it's frustrating, bro, because you can count so many of them. Like I said to the guys earlier on before you came, look back at the Nation of Domination, bro. Like, you had a borderline Black Panther militant leader,
Farouk,
bro, and you got a pimp, and the other guys like a breakdancer. It's like, come on, guys, like the Godfather and D'Lo.
And let's not forget about sexual chocolate, bro.
Bro, they do this too often, like.
We can't forget about sexual chocolate, bro. Yeah, man.
No, bro, but here's the funniest thing about a new day, bro. They could even get the right black people in there, bro. They had to throw Xavier Woods, bro. Probably the worst wrestler in the roster right now. Yo, you have Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods. They need to throw R-Truth in there. They need to bring Booker T. They need to bring Booker T back, bro, as their manager.
Sucker!
I mean, that'd be so.
No. I get it. Their perfect manager, Theodore Long. That would be the Theodore. Could you imagine? Because he'd be like the minister. Could you really imagine that? Because he wear the suits already, bro. Could you be like that ratchet minister? Like, that would be perfect,
bro, man. Like, and then every week he'd be coming out, and then the tag team division, they'd be like, "We'll face you in a tag team." Oh my god.
Yes, bro.
Every match was a tag team match when that guy was the bloody freaking, like, you could call it every time I saw SmackDown. I said, I guarantee you see the first 10 minutes, the little promo at the beginning, and you'd be like, alright, this guy's gonna be a tag team match with this guy. And
hey, do you guys feel a new day is gonna be the tag team champions, bro?
No.
How would you feel if they do become the tag team champions?
I would feel shocked. I would feel proud, but I would feel mad because they're not taking them seriously, and I'm not too high on the gimmick anyway. So,
dude, I wish, bro, because I love Kofi Kingston, bro. I wish I would do more with him.
The thing is, Kofi Kingston has done everything except become a main event star.
Yeah,
really.
He's done it all. He really has done it all.
Except become the main event, or
remember when they tried to give him that push though against Randy Orton when they had him like jump off the ladder with the boom boom like on the Randy. They tried to push him. It just didn't work. They tried though. It just didn't work.
I thought it was working. I fucked it up, but it doesn't matter.
Bro, the only thing I gotta say is that Kevin Steen, before I gotta talk to this dude, bro. Kevin Steen, the Antichrist of wrestling, bro. Excuse me, as his new name, Kevin Owens, bro. I mean, dude, bro. How do you feel about my boy joining NXT?
I never thought like, cause when they came out, I thought he was gonna be straight babyface. I was like, there's no way anybody's gonna boo this dude. But I know he's best as a heel. And when he just came and Sami Zayn, and yo, that power bomb was sick, bro. And if you guys, if you don't watch Ring of Honor, you've never seen Ring of Honor before, like him and El Generico, probably know El
Yes,
Generico at the time, had a blood feud. Like it was it was back and forth in the matches that came out of it. Oh
dude,
my God.
I showed him the ladder match, bro.
Right.
I showed them the ladder match, dude, so they know who Kevin Steen and El Generic, how they used to get down, bro. And Kevin Steen told him, I hate reiterating this, but Kevin told El Generico a long time ago, we're destined to do this forever, bro.
Man, if you just think about like I don't know if you just think about that stuff and think about how this is just NXT. Imagine WWE. I'm like, like, oh my god. And the way Owens messed Adrian up on NXT, man.
Yes, the power bomb on the edge of the ring, bro. I love that, bro.
I love that move, man. You've been doing that.
Here's the thing. If the WWE, do you think they're gonna do Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn right when they come up WWE?
It
When
depends.
WWE,
It depends. It depends which rosters they go to. Cause I can see Sami Zayn easily going to SmackDown. And I can see Kevin Steen going to Raw. Just cause Kevin Steen he's that anomaly. He's not like that. He's not your average wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He's not your average wrestler. But Sami Zayn, he's let's be honest. Even though he's great in the ring. El Generico is great. He's your average wrestler. He got your average wrestler body build, body type, But Kevin Steen is a phenomenon. Like, look at this guy. He's like what's Kevin Steen, like 285, almost 290, going over the top rope? I mean, like, this dude.
How far do you see their careers going in the next, say, 3 years from now?
I see. Let me get this one first. I see Sami Zayn like. I feel like he's one of those, and if I can compare him to anybody, I would say Daniel Bryan. And let me explain that, because he has that likable, like when Charles uses the word average wrestler, like he looks like that everyday average wrestler guy, but you just want to get behind him so much. He looks like that type of hardworking wrestler, needs to cut him a break, like everyday wrestler. But like I feel like he's gonna get there faster because he has so much of a unique character. If you haven't seen him before, and just the way he can wrestle in the ring and do what he can and connect with the crowd, I think in 3 years this dude could possibly he could bring prestige back to like their Intercontinental title, or he could even defend and be up there with like the main guys like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, the new guys of this generation. Because I want to see him with guys, just mixing it up. Like Sami Zayn might take him a little more while to get there, because I feel like WWE is not gonna understand the fact that the crowd is gonna naturally like him, and they're gonna try to make him something he's not, like Daniel Bryan was at the beginning. But Sami Zayn, he can do promos, and he's a charismatic person, so he can find his character over time and whatever. If you guys see NXT, the promo he did against Adrian Neville like a week or two before their Our Evolution or Revolution.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good, because he like the way he can convey like emotion and stuff like that. I think both guys are stars, but I think Kevin Steen is gonna get there faster. I think Sami Zayn might take a year or two just to get to the party. I think Kevin Steen really has something, man. Like,
You know what I like in NXT, bro? I like who's the guy? Kyle Cassidy, Enzo Amore.
I like that team. I like Enzo Amore. I think he's dope. I like both of them, but I think Enzo.
I like him as a solid tag team, bro. I like because they got pretty decent mic skills. They do.
They do.
And now they got a girl with them too, so that's helping them out too. Like they got that like New Yorker style, and I like that. And I think they could be a decent tag team in WWE.
Yeah.
I think they should keep them together as a tag team, but like because of the tag team scene right now, there's not a lot of strong, vibrant tag teams. I mean, they're tag teams, but there isn't strong, vibrant.
A New Day.
Watch out.
That's not,
You need to chill out with the New Day, bro.
that doesn't count. That doesn't count. And I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't count, but that doesn't count.
The
What
Lost
I'm
Man.
saying, they need new. They need. I feel like, and this goes into my whole philosophy about wrestling. I feel like there needs to be like identities. You know, I think in NXT people have identities. Okay, these are like the Vaudevillains, for example. The Vaudevillains
Hmm.
are unlike anybody in NXT. The Ascension is unlike anybody in NXT.
Do before you say anything else. The Ascension are now on SmackDown. They left NXT. Yeah,
Well,
mind blown. Yes,
I
and
mean, I mean,
and creative has destroyed them. They've already dropped their first promo. They have war paint on now, and
they have war
it,
paint. No, leave the paint the Finn.
yeah, Duel. When you get a chance, just go to WWE.
The
It's not a
Vaudevillains.
good thing.
Dude, I love the Vaudevillains, bro. The Vaudevillains. Oh, I
I
love them.
love. I think they're hilarious. I think they're hilarious because I just love their gimmick. Like, and this is the thing. Like,
Chip, chip.
I just like characters. Like just good characters that with wrestling. Like,
And
and
they're
Raw
so
villains
good.
are awesome.
And they're so good at their
They're
characters.
so good at their characters, man. Because I believe them. I believe them. And the little skit they did, because I watched an NXT, they did like a little skit video with the Lucha Dragons, and it was like midgets versus Lucha Dragons, and they had that little stop motion thing, you know, where you don't talk, but they show little stuff. That
See, I do not like the Lucha Dragons at all. I don't like them.
Watch
I
out,
feel
bro.
like
Sin Cara.
oh, go ahead.
No. I just want to Duel. I gotta wrap this up because we gotta stop. I hate you came in so late, bro. But we gotta wrap this up this time. So,
I,
Duel, I need you to do something. Both Moose and Speak have already done it. Duel, I need you to shoot. You know how wrestlers shoot on each other. I need you to shoot on anything that you want to talk about with wrestling. Anything positive or negative. Just get it off your mind right now. Just go.
Okay. Wrestling business, I'm seriously pissed off at you right now. Really, because you have the potential to be so much better than what you actually are, but you considerably stifle yourself over and over and over by trying to control everything, especially in World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. I feel like nobody gets an opportunity to really go outside of this box and be bigger than what the WWE product actually is. I feel like today they try to control everything and try to make the market just monopolize it towards them and making the business unsuccessful. You see how Vince McMahon portrayed the other territories back in the day and making it hard for wrestlers to be successful in other places. While the business has grown because of the national television and everything like that, the business is basically one ballpark in town, and that's WWE. Nobody can go to TNA from WWE, or nobody can go from RH from WWE or any other places. So it's a creatively stifling place because it's only them saying what to do, and I feel like it's hurt the business because there's no competition. They have no passion for being, okay, let's surpass our previous ratings or our previous numbers or our previous buy rates. I feel like that's the reason why wrestling isn't as high as it is right now, mainly because of the competition. Everybody, I think we all should get together and we all should find a new product that we're definitely interested in, and then we should support that more than what they're doing in wrestling right now, because I think we should expect more out of them. I'm a forever WWE/professional wrestling fan. That includes TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan Wrestling.
Rainmaker.
Yes, yes, yes. But there's no passion like I used to see, and it's not because Vince McMahon said some dumb shit like the millennials generation is not passionate. It's because the guys, the corporate guys at the top, the ones who are passionate enough, shake things up and to really make the best product they can on TV. Because this crap that they're giving us on TV with bunnies and rosebuds,
Bro, look, I'm watching SmackDown right now, bro, and Roman Reigns is wrestling Fandango, bro. It's like what you just said.
Fandangos, yes, bro, just it's terrible. And the thing about it is, they know they can do better because they were a publicly traded company by the year of 2000, and it took from 4 to 5 years, in my opinion, for the quality to severely drop. And I guess what I'm trying to say is here, I
Duel.
agree with CM Punk basically on everything.
Duel.
Fuck the world. I am the best on my mic.
Okay. All right.
Bro, I love it. That's my piece. Wrestling business, get better.
Okay, and that's gonna do it, guys. Yo, that's been the Roll Up Pin Volume 1, people. Like we went in. I hate Dual showed up late, but next time we do this, probably in 2 weeks from now when we do it again, because we're doing this again. This is too much fun not to do, bro. We got to do this again.
Hell
So
yeah.
we have to do this again. I'm going to try to do this every 2 weeks or maybe once a month. Probably once a month for like new content and things that happen. So yeah, we can do this once a month. We'll talk about it, but yeah, definitely the Roll Up Pin Volume 1 is in the books. I am the captain, Charles' Anime World, leader of Squad 00, founder of Squad 00 Universe. I want to thank Duel. I want to thank Moose. I want to thank my fellow member of Squad 00, my boy Speak 123, the Professor. And like always, like always, like always, like always, this is your captain saying to you guys, yes, to all of you guys, sayonara, suckers.